Hello friends, welcome back to Graceful Living and welcome if you are new. In today's video, I am continuing on in the journey of bringing in that beautiful fall flair into our home, and today I will be decorating our living room. So I hope that you will find somewhere comfortable to sit, maybe grab something warm or maybe even cool to drink, and join me as I walk through the process of trying to create a space where our family can gather in and make beautiful memories. So let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. I thought I would start off with some before pictures of the space. The last time I did anything in here was right before my summer home tour, so things haven't really changed since then. So today I am going to take full advantage of redecorating this space by taking all of the decor out and even moving my furniture around. Brooklyn was super happy with the new layout and the idea of being able to fit behind the couch when her sister cannot. This is certainly going to make for some funny moments with them. Today I walked away for just a minute and came back to one of my throw pillows sitting outside the door. They're always so extremely helpful to me. Here is a quick glance at behind the scenes. My poor dining room table is where I placed every bit of the decor from my living room, knowing that I would probably use quite a bit of it once again. I really wasn't in the mood to dig out any of my bins this time, so I'm hoping I can find exactly what I want on this table and then just incorporate some of my fall decor. Now, I did decide to just use my pumpkins and some greenery this time, and then later on in the year I'll go ahead and redecorate just before Thanksgiving, bringing in more of those darker features. So I am so excited to get started. Jeremiah was such a trooper today. As I was cleaning the house, he went out into our garage and got all of this out and unpacked it here in the guest room, put it all in order, so it was so easy for me to work with. So my hat is off to him today for being so extra helpful. I also decided to grab this cake stand I use in our master bedroom, and then thought I might could use this lantern as well, so I grabbed it too. I'm going to begin here at the coffee table. I like starting here because I feel this becomes the focal point of the room, and once I get this done in the way I want, I can use it as inspiration for the rest of the room. I ended up changing my mind and not really liking the way my first choice was going, so I decided to start over. I knew I wanted to use an urn here, and this one is probably my favorite, and instead of pairing it with the cake stand like I had initially thought, I went ahead and used this beautiful pedestal riser I purchased at Hobby Lobby a few years ago. Then of course I love to add in a few books. These are two of my favorites because of their look and because they are Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, and I love her books. On top of those, I placed a pumpkin that I embellished last year with some dried roses and some moss, finishing it off with some simple greenery pieces and some candlesticks, and I love it. It is full of a few of my favorite things. It is the perfect way to start the room off, and just like that, I now know the direction I am going in. I decided to use yet another urn over on this side of the room as well, thinking I could pair it with that small lantern from our room, but decided against that as well. The heights were too similar in my opinion, and I felt like I needed something taller than the urn. So I quickly took apart my arrangement on my dining room table and decided to incorporate this sweet bird cage to the space. I think adding in just a couple of pumpkins atop the moss is the perfect touch. Now, I'm still not 100% sold on the height difference, so I did add in a few books as risers, and now I think it's perfect. Once again, I did decide to pair this urn with another riser. This one is on the smaller side and works perfectly here. Adding a pumpkin to the top and of course some greenery finishes it off just right. Then one more small touch to finish this off. This little gold pumpkin is the perfect size, but it lacked the perfect look. So placing just a tiny bit of moss on top did the trick for me. Okay, now on to the next end table. I'm going to bring this gift box back in along with the cloche I filled with rolled book pages and finish that look off with a small velvet pumpkin from the Dollar Tree of all places. Then, liking the idea of adding that stone look in the urn to this side, I thought I could use this planter I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure if they still carry these or not, but they are pretty and very heavy. I did decide to switch it over to the left side though, thinking it looked a little better here. And again, sounding like a broken record, adding in some moss and topping it all off with a pumpkin. One last touch to this other side and we are finished here as well. Usually, I will say the hutch is my favorite place to decorate here in the living room. But I'll have to say this time I have really enjoyed bringing in that fall look to the room. Starting off, I really wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I am loving it so far, and I know adding in a few more pieces of fall here is going to make it all come together perfectly. And I ended up finding the perfect spot for my cake stand after all. Pairing it with this stone bust and a larger pumpkin this time made for a perfect little vignette for our top shelf. I moved down to the bottom shelf here because I felt like these coverless books look a little bit better to the eye when you can look down on them and see the print on the pages. I am keeping this shelf very simple, but in the end, I did add a little bit more of that fall flair by adding in some leaves. For the middle shelf, I simply use my Hobby Lobby clock that I've had for quite a while. They still carry this, but it flies off the shelves rather quickly. So if you are looking for it, you may have to take a couple trips in. And then just to kind of make that off-white color of the clock face pop, I paired it with some dried roses and a pumpkin from last year. Now working on the bottom shelf just a little bit more, trying to figure this out, I moved a couple things around, and then yet again, I still did end up adding in more leaves later on. Now I did find this cloche here in the hutch, so you know I grabbed that out rather quickly because I love to incorporate a cloche into my decorating. Now I know it needed a base, but I didn't want anything dark because I am using this darker pumpkin. So I came up with what I thought was this bright idea of using an open book. I know it's so simple, but I love the look, and I can't believe I haven't used this before. Not quite sure what else to do with that shelf, I went ahead, moved up one, and decided to use these beauties that I've had for a while from one of my local shops here in town. I love these apothecaries. I think they have such an elegant look to them. I'm going to place some of these little filler pumpkins in one and leave the other one just as it is. Here on the bottom shelf, I am keeping it simple. Once again, just including my antique mantle clock and some textured pumpkins. I did go back and add some of my favorite beaded garland to my cloche, and then ended up adding a family picture next to it later on. But I think it all turned out so well, and I love each and every look. I did go ahead and take advantage of these small shelves on our end tables by adding in just little small touches of fall here as well. And now the room is complete. I am so glad that I got this done because I had no idea how I was going to decorate this year. And this has been a great jumping off point for me. It's given me a lot of motivation now and some inspiration too. A couple weeks ago, I read a new comment that came through on my last fall home tour from 2020. It was so kind and thoughtful, and it made me go back and look at that video. And I'm going to be completely honest, I was taken aback at how much my style choices have changed in this last year. Just in 1 year's time, I noticed such a huge difference. Obviously, we are headed into a new season. Fall is on the horizon once again, and with each new season comes change. Just like the change in my style of home decor, the weather will soon cool down. Leaves all around will turn to vibrant hues of yellow, orange, and red. And then soon after that, they will all fall to the ground. The only thing left will be the bare branches of the tree. Maybe not the most loved or appealing part of a tree, but in the midst of this new season, it will stand strong. The branches will still reach upward, and in the middle of that season, when it seems all life is gone, the life inside continues to grow. Just like that tree, our lives go through all kinds of seasons. Some seasons are bright and beautiful, filled with vibrant colors, just like those leaves, and it's overflowing with joy. And some seasons are just plain hard. We face seasons of loss and hardship, maybe even seasons of depression or loneliness. Seasons of sickness and heartache creep in as well. But I believe these seasons come into our lives as a season of growth. And I also believe He will allow these difficult seasons to come our way so we don't remain the same. Because for every beginning, there is an end. Just like the strength in that tree, He will give us the strength we need to keep our head up and held high. Because for every end, there is a new beginning. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. All right, friends, thank you so much for coming along with me today. I am so appreciative of your love and support. Before I close, I do want to congratulate Lori Day and Judy Claremont, our two winners of last week's giveaway. And of course, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your week. Remember to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.